Hey everybody, welcome back to Photographers Wellness. In this video, we're going to talk about a lunge stretch that is really simple and quick, and it can counteract all of the sitting that we're doing on a day-to-day basis. And it's also going to help us create some really positive muscle memory for positions that we might find ourselves in when we're photographing. So when we are sitting for any period of time, we're actually shortening the muscles in between our knees and our abdominal area. And we really need to be proactive about opening that area up and activating all those muscles to make sure that we're moving in healthy patterns. So this stretch in particular starts from a kneeling position, so we're going to jump there. So here we are in a kneeling position, and the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my right foot and I'm going to plant that out in front of me. I'm going to make sure that I keep my knee at a 90-degree angle to my ankle to make sure that I'm keeping that knee nice and safe. The next thing that I'm going to do, the back foot, I'm going to lift the top of my foot off the ground. I'm going to put my toes onto the ground, and I'm going to twist the heel of that foot out away from my body. So this is all going to place our body in a good position to accept the stretch. And for this position here, this is the foundation of the stretch, and this is also a position that I find myself in quite frequently when I'm photographing. I'll have to spend quite a bit of time here waiting out rings or a kiss during a ceremony, or waiting out speeches. And the great thing about this stretch is that as we start to kick off the stretch and start to activate the muscles that we need to activate, those are the same muscle groups that we want to use when we move in and out of positions like this. And it's especially important when we have the weight of our equipment on us. Using those larger muscle groups is really going to protect our hips and our back, just joints in general. And we're going to move much more fluidly and much more safely. So to kick the stretch off, what we're going to do is the knee that's on the ground, we're going to turn on that glute. And as we start to fire that muscle, you're going to start to immediately feel the entirety of the front half of your body just open up. The catch here is you want to make sure you keep your chest nice and proud. As soon as we start to hunch over, we lose the effectiveness of the stretch altogether. So you want to make sure you keep your chest nice and proud. And as you fire that glute, all of that sitting that we're doing is being counteracted, and that mind-body connection is being made between that larger muscle group. And when we go to move, when we are working an event, it's going to just become second nature for us to use the correct muscle patterns to move. And like I said, when we're carrying the weight of our equipment, that's going to become really important to make sure that we're protecting our joints, protecting our back, and moving safely and fluidly. So for the stretch, I am going to turn this glute on for maybe 45 or 60 seconds, really allow my body to open up and counteract all that sitting, and then I'll give myself a little bit of a break and then maybe go right back into it 10 or 15 seconds later. So I'll kind of repeat through that for a couple times, and then I'll switch and go over to the other leg. So this is a really easy and fast stretch that you can do for yourself and help counteract all of that sitting that we're doing. So you can see you don't need much space. You can do this pretty much anywhere. Hopefully you can kind of incorporate this into any routine that you might already have. And if you don't already have a routine, hopefully this will give you some forward momentum to start creating one for yourself. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. We're happy to get back to you with anything you may need. And we will see you in the next video.